So if you've made the decision to sell your property on your own and you're not going to be using a traditional real estate agent, that does not mean you can't have an auction. So the back-end software that we provide allows you to select auction. It will go on realestate.com.au and Domain and all the websites as an auction. It will have an auction date, an auction time, and obviously there's no price because you're conducting an auction. So the software that we've set up makes it very simple and easy for you, the same as an agent, to conduct an auction. Obviously, you'll have your own auctioneer and you'll have all that set up. But certainly if you're having a go at it on your own, you can hire the services of, let's say, a hired auctioneer. There are many of them in Sydney and Melbourne where auctions are prevalent, and we can help you with that. But we kind of don't do auctions. You're selling it on your own and you would use your own auctioneer to turn up on the day. But we're absolutely able to help you if you've decided that you definitely want to have an auction. So it's no problem. Just pick a date, find yourself an auctioneer, and we'll do the rest. Look, I'm often asked, whether or not people should auction a property or whether or not they should have a private sale. I'm a big believer that, ultimately you get the same result. It's just a different way of getting there. Obviously in Victoria and some parts of New South Wales, agents do like auction. But in most parts of the world, properties are not sold by auction. They're sold, just in the normal, somebody makes an offer and the buyer and the seller negotiate a deal. And I actually like that. And I do believe that ultimately it will get you the same result and potentially even a better result. So I don't really know the answer. All I know is that we've set this business up to help people who want to do either. But I always think it's logical and it makes, perfect sense to try and find one buyer who wants to buy the property. To have a really successful auction, you have to have two buyers who bid against each other. And only then do you have kind of a successful result. But to find one buyer who kind of bids against himself by negotiating with a vendor, it's the way all properties are sold in the USA, in England, all over the world. In South Africa, where I'm from, there were no auctions. So clearly it works as well, and you don't really have to do an auction, even though people in Victoria and New South Wales think that it's the only way to sell. So look, it's up to you. I think you can get a great result without having the extra expense and hassle of an auction by just having a private sale where you find one buyer who wants to buy the property and let them engage with you in some kind of a negotiation. And your result will be, if not the same, I think better.